Hi everyone and welcome to the Mastercam, the complete course. And just we have already started the module number 3, which is all about the general design. I can say that we have started the 3D modeling module. And in the previous video, we have just discussed about the general design overview and line tools. And we create simple geometry using the 2D wireframe, and then we convert our 2D geometry into 3D part using simple tools. So in this video, we are going to cover the levels and creating circle geometry, and then again we are going to cover this introduction to solid and solid extrude and additional solid features like fillets and chamfer, just like in the 2D wireframe we have discussed, and some additional things like model prep tools. Okay, so let's get started. So I have already opened the Mastercam 2023 version design, and here we have the graphic area. Now let's before getting into solid feature, we should have to create a 2D wireframe, or we can say that we have to create a 2D wireframe geometry. And after creating a 2D wireframe geometry, I'm going to discuss about the levels here. So what is the function of level? We can create multiple levels or layers in this 2D wireframe geometry in solids. So let's discuss how much level helps in creating the 2D geometry, making it simple and easy. So let's go to wireframe and create some simple geometry. Let me say that I'm going to create a rectangle, and let me make it to center, and I'm going to make the width 300 millimeters and the height is 150 millimeters. Okay. So we have created the rectangle at the center, and let me go to drafting here, drafting tab, and I'm going to give dimension here. So this width is 300 millimeter and this height is 150 millimeter. So what you see over here, that we have rectangular four entities contain the rectangle, and two entities, the dimensions, width dimension and the height dimension. What to say here, we have 6 entities here, and the level set is unknown and the name is unknown. Let me say that I can write it rectangle. Okay, and the level set is 1. Okay. So we have a rectangle containing the 6 entities each, and two dimensions, a width dimension and the height dimension. Now and this entity is active. Okay, this level is active. This shows that this tick mark shows that this level is active. Okay, if you go in, right click, and you will see that this entity is active, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new level. Okay, so just click on this plus sign to create a new level, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to write here circle. I can create a simple geometry here. So here you will see that the name is circle, level set to 2 and entity is 0. So I didn't create any entity here. Let me go to wireframe and create a circle. So as usual, I'm going to create this circle at the center, and here we have the circle. Make the diameter of 50 millimeter. That's okay. So we have a single entity here at the center, and how the level will work, let me show you here. So we have a visibility of each level shown here at level manager. Let me say that if I'm going to work only on circle and I don't want rectangular to be shown here, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the visible sign and click here to hide. So this time the first layer will be hide, and you can only work on the level which you want, which you need to modify, or you need any additional things added in this module. Okay, so this is how the level works. If I'm going to work on the rectangle, then I'm going to click on the visible and make it active. So this time and the circle level is active. If you're going to work in the circle level, then you have to activate this circle. Okay, let me show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and we have the visible and the active level is circle. Go to transform, where we can move the circle, or we can create multiple circles using the rectangular array. Just like we'll create a multiple ways. So the distance is 50 millimeter. Make it 75 millimeter. And I can say that 75 millimeter here. So this goes up, make it 50. Or okay, then let's say that we have only one, okay, and I want it on the both sides. So it creates the circle on the positive side and the negative side. So it creates two, or you can make it more according to your requirement, but I just make it these two poles using the rectangular array. Click OK, and we have total 3 entities here, 3 circles here, and the active level is circle. Okay, so on the rectangle side there is no such modification is done. Only the modification is done on this circle level. Okay, if you want to hide the rectangle, it will hide only the rectangle. So this is how we can create multiple levels of the geometry. You can either create multiple levels for the wireframe, or you can also create multiple levels for the solids also. Okay, so this doesn't mean that you only work on the solid side or not on the wireframe side. You can also create levels for both the solid surfaces or 2D wireframes or anything. Okay, so now this is how the level is set. I hope you understand it. Now let's move towards the solid side. And so as you know that we are going to cover in this module the 3D modeling, and for the 3D modeling the solid tab is very important. So here we have to create we have multiple tools in this solid tab. Just like simple mean that you don't need any 2D wireframe geometry for creating the simple cylinder. For example, you just click on the cylinder and click here, and just it will automatically create the radius as you see here and make the solid. Okay, it just don't need any 2D wireframe. So this is how we can create the cylinder using the simple cylinder command here. Okay, so I said that you can also hide, or you can also create level for the 3D modeling, 3D models. Let me show you. I've created a new level and say that cylinder. And how I can make it, just click on this cylinder and select your desired, and right click here on the cylinder and move selected entities to this. So what you have here, we have this cylinder move towards this cylinder level, and we have got the one entity here. So you can just click on the circle, make it active, and if you want to hide this, you can just click and hide. Okay, so this is how we can convert our 2D wireframe and 3D models into level and create multiple levels according to your requirement. So we have different cylinders. We have blocks here. You can either create your block using the origin. We have here 9 origins. I'm going to click on the center. Let's make a simple block here. This is how we create a simple block. It's too easy. It's too fast. Okay. So you can set your length 500 with 150 or height. Or you can say that thickness, make it 50 millimeter. So if I set that 50 millimeter, it makes it positive direction. Okay, we want to make it in reverse direction, just write minus 50 degree. It will make it minus 50, and what we are going to do is just make the axis positive. So what we have the orient, the primitive along with the z-axis. I will create the z-axis. I want to create the model, 3D model in single side, just like we did in the array command. Select the side, opposite side or both side. It will create on the both side. Okay, let me make another level and set that we create a block. Okay, so here we have create a block and set the level 4. Okay, let me say that this is 3 level. And what I'm going to do is I'm just click and select the block, right click and move this entity to move selected entities to this block level. Okay, so we get this. So this is how we can create simple geometry here. Okay, so we'll go to rectangle and make it active. I'm going to hide this and just create a simple geometry using the wireframe, and we are going to create the solid extrude. For this time, we're going to select the extrude command and make a block here. Okay, so I just click on the extrude. We have the wireframe and we have the selection method. So as you know that we created 2D wireframe geometry, and for that purpose we have to select the chaining manager. I'm going to select this geometry. Yes, I want to create a block which is the size of 300 by 150. Click OK. So it just create a rectangle block and its name is extrude. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the thickness here. You can either drag and crop this thickness up and down to make the thickness. Now just like 190, it's 200 millimeter or 100 millimeter, either what you want according to your design specification. Okay, so just make it 150 millimeter. But if you want to create in the opposite direction, you just go down and make it in negative direction. Okay, so it's very simple. And if you want it to make it precise, just go and write it minus 140. It will create it will create 140 millimeter in the downward direction. Or you can either use the reverse sign here and make it up and down direction. Okay, reverse or direction. I just want to create in the reverse direction because we want to create a geometry on the top plane. Okay, so we have the construction plane, top plane, and the tool plane is on the top, and the work coordinate system is also on the top side. So I just create 115 millimeter thickness and click OK. So you can also change the graphic properties by right click here and go. You will see the solid color. Here you can either create different colors here. You can select any of each color. Okay. So this is what I like is I like it yellow color, the more prominent color. Okay. So here you see that we have a yellow block here. And the size is 300 by 150. You can go to drafting and select the smart and give a dimension here. Okay. So it's not carrying, make it vertical. Or you can select auto So line is parallel to Z axis. Okay, just make it clear. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create holes in this geometry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do with the solid tab, go to extrude. It's very simple. Select the chain. So this chain, this circle, and just want to create holes in this block. Or if you want to create holes with different depth, what you need is you just need to select one hole and just click one hole. So what is selected here, you have three options here. You can either create a geometry, just click on the create body. It will create a body on this using this geometry. Or either you can cut your body. Okay. So you can cut your body using the cut body selection, and it's in this arrow shows that it's going to upward direction, but you can do it by yourself, making down direction. Okay, so here you see that if I make it down, it shows that mine 43.68 or something millimeter is in downward direction. So let's make it 50 millimeter in the downward direction and create a hole here. Okay, you can either create it up and down, but it up down there is no material in the upside though, so therefore it will not cut any material above this surface. So I just make it downward direction. Just click on OK. And if you want to create another hole, you just go and extrude, select your geometry. Okay, cut direction, make it in reverse. If you want to create in 50 or that makes it 100 millimeter. Okay, and I just click on the plus sign here. This shows that the dialog box will not close, but you have to apply another operation. So just select this and okay, make it 50 millimeter in the downward direction. And now I'm going to OK and close this. So we have three circles command here. We have applied here, and you can just create a simple geometry. So this is how we can create a simple geometry using the extrude command. So we have other commands also. This is the revolve command. This is the loft command, sweep command, and some boolean and impression and hole command. If you want to create a hole in the body, you can just write and create a simple hole, or you can either create a simple countersink. Okay, so for example, the countersink bore, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a counter bore. Diameter is 10 millimeter. Let's make it 50 millimeter diameter, and counter bore diameter is 100 and minus 50 millimeter is the depth. So let's give the position. So you can add your position, or you can auto select it. Let me make this, and will just create this center point according to my circle. Okay, and click enter. So it just selected the two positions, and just click. So Parasolid kernel interface is error. Better send error here because the direction is not defined. I hope so. So what I'm going to tell you that we can just create simple hole commands and all these things using the solid, or you can also create rectangular pattern just like we did in the transform, and we use this rectangular array command for all these 2D geometries. You can also select all these solid parts using the rectangular pattern. And if you want to create a circle rectangle command, you can use the circular pattern geometry, or you can either use the manual pattern command to create manually circles, positions, or all these things at different angles or different lines. Okay, so this is how we can perform. So how about the constant fillet command? You can use the constant fillet command, and here we have the selection tool here. For example, I just want to create a round corner here, round corner here, and round corner here, and just select all these corners and make it round. So just select this and apply some radius here. Let me make the radius 20 millimeter, and it will just create a fillet at an radius of 20 millimeter around these edges. Okay. So how about the chamfer? You can create chamfer around this. For example, I just want to create chamfer on this hole. Okay, and give a chamfer of make a 10 millimeter chamfer, and just create a 10 millimeter chamfer at an angle of 45 degree here. Okay, so this is how we can create a simple geometry using the 2D wireframe, and we have did the simple commands like cylinder and block, and we have discussed also the levels here. Okay, so here what you see that we have a block here, and all we have there is 9 entities here. So if I'm going to select circle here, it will just, you see that it will hide the rectangle because we have selected the rectangle active, and we create all such activities here. So this is how we can create different levels, and it will help in creating different designs. Okay. So for example, let me show you how we can create a loft here. So let me create here and write that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a revolve here. Revolve. So we are going to create a revolve and set it 6 level. Okay. And just make it invisible. So go to wireframe and just create a simple wireframe to like to go to let me say that I'm going to create this at the front plane. Okay, so I just selected the front plane as a is, and here and just create a simple profile. Go to view, yeah. Okay, go to wireframe and go to trim command. Just make a trim, simple trim command. So here we have the this view, and we create a simple random profile here, and we just want to revolve this. So go to solid and just click on the revolve, select the change geometry, what you want to revolve, click OK. And it is going to use the axis. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this axis around which is this profile is going to be round. So just select this profile and create a round profile according to this geometry. So this is how we can create a revolve solid boss base in the Mastercam. So it's very simple. You can create simple geometries using the Mastercam as it has the full functionality of 2D and 3D modeling. And with all this 2D and 3D, you have a big opportunity with the CAM tools. You can create machining for this model. So for mostly the revolve tool is used for the lathe operations because you have to create different profiles. For example, just what I'm going to do is I'm just create another revolve. Click here, revolve 1 and make it 7. Okay, so hide it and go to view, front view, and I just create a step. This, and we're going to create a multi-line here. So if I use multi-line, it will never get down, okay? So just create a simple profile for lathe operations. Just select this part and this. Okay, go to trim all these, and okay. So let's create a revolve here. Revolve, select the chain. Yes, I want all this. Okay, select the axis, and here we have a revolve command. So this is how we can create a simple lathe profiles here. Can convert our 2D geometry into 3D using the solid revolve. And just like the revolve command, we have the lofted command, and we have the swept command also here. We can create different 2D profiles here. Okay, so this is how we can do this. So if you want to create a loft profile, it's very simple. Go to level, let's make a level loft. So loft is actually done between the two planes in the same direction. Either you are going to perform the top plane, you have to create two geometries on the top plane, and if you want to perform in the front plane, you have to create two geometries parallel to each other in the front plane. So all this is done in the parallel direction. So let me show you how we can create simple loft one. So we have the front plane right now. Let's make it the top plane. And what I'm going to do is just go to wireframe, and I will create a rectangle and make it. Just create 150 by 150. Okay. So we have created a 2D profile on the top side. Okay. So now what I want is, I just want to create another plane of the top side on this side. Okay, on the top side. So for that, I just want to make sure that I have to select an appropriate plane. For that, just I'm going to give this line here and make it that we select this once again, select, make it make it 250. Okay, so we have this, and just what I'm going to do is I'm gonna create another plane on this side. Okay, so we have two planes. One plane is this, and the other plane is at the height of 250 millimeter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, or either you can create it at 250 millimeter. Okay, so this is a 250 millimeter from this side. Okay, so just go and delete this, and we have a plane here. You see this? We have a plane. So what I'm going to do is, on the plane manager area, we have already the selection here. What we have is the work coordinate system is top plane, and the front plane is for the construction and tool purpose. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a geometry here on this side, which is all about 250 millimeter from this plane. Okay, so I have to select this plane. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to create work coordinate system, construction, and tool at this plane. So it will not create geometry here, but it will actually create geometry on this plane. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm here and create a polygon here, and it will be at the corner, flat, center. Create center. Okay, so let me show you from the top side. So here we have these 6 sides, hexagon, and what to create octagon. Like to make it octagon, then radius is 50 millimeter, and it is at the center point. Okay, so we have created 2 geometries which are parallel to each other. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a 3D loft. So go to solids, select loft, and we have to select 2 geometries. So loft surface define the first contour. So for my first contour will be this geometry, and now you have to select an entity to start a new chain, or I'm going to select this. So make sure that you have a same arrow direction. Okay, so we have the same arrow direction here and here. Okay, click OK and click OK. So the number of things is so actually what has happened that this geometry cannot be synced with this geometry, so therefore it got an error here. So let me do this again. What I'm going to do is just create a simple rectangle here again at this center. Make it any size. Okay. Now go to solid and select loft. Select the arrow is in this direction and the other is in this direction. Okay. So what it creates a geometry in the from 2 planes, and we have 2 different wireframes with different sizes. We have different size on this top plane, and we have two different size on this plane. So we have 2 different planes and 2 different geometries to create a solid here. So this is how we can create a loft command. This is the same as in the next we have the switch command. This is also the same command which is being used in this solid. And what you need to know about this sweep command is that you have a different profiles or different plane, or we can say that you have to create a guide for this thing. Let me show you how we can create a sweep solid. Okay, so go to levels here and create a level here and name it as a sweep and set level 9. Okay, so now hide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create on the top plane. Okay, so go to wireframe, create top, and this is what I have, a diameter of 50 millimeter. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going on the front plane, select a front plane and create a line. This line is a guide. Okay, so this is a guide, and this let me go to view and make it more comfortable here. Okay, so just create a line here. You see that we have a circle command here at the center, and then we have a line command which is going to be guide by this circle. Okay, so go to solid and select the sweep. Okay, select the sweep first and select the starting point. So this is what we have. Okay, So we got the warning here. Let me do this again. And this geometry. Okay, first we have to create you have to select the first geometry, and then you have to select a chain which is going to be guide through this. So what you see here, we have a circle command here, and then we create a guideline for this circle to be extrude. Okay, so it just swipe through the guideline and create this round body. Okay, so this is how we can create a sweep command. So we discussed this simple cylinder, the block, the extrude command for creating. First we create the 2D wireframe, and then we apply the extrude command and cover the extrude and extrude body and cut command. And then we cover the revolve, loft and zip command. So this is how we can perform different commands in the solid tab, and we apply the fillet and the chamfer. All these commands are very simple to create. It just need 2 clicks to perform all this. Okay, so let's go to our first level, which is the rectangle level. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to active this and make it hide. So now let's move towards the model prep tools. So model prep tools are very simple tools. After creating your geometry, you need a simple editing thing to perform simple editing. For that thing, you need model prep tools. For example, you want to apply some chamfer or fillets, you just go and push and pull method to cover all these things. Okay. So it says that the selected geometry contain operations in the solid and just tree making invalid for most for the prep. You can select these options, remove the history and enter into model prep functions, keep the history and enter the model prep functions. So what I'm going to do is I just want to keep the solid history and enter into the function. Okay. So it says that the function cannot form because due to the history detected. So I just click on remove, and I want to remove the history because we have the recent functions and we have the solids command tab here. So you say that, do you want to remove that thing? Yes, I'm going to. So what I would just select the edge, and I just want to create a radius around this. So just click on this and drag and push to make simple round fillets around this edges. Okay, so this is how we can use the command or split the solid or modify the feature using the model prep tools. For example, you're going to create a body here, so just click and create a body here using 2D profile or anything. Okay, so all these tools are used to modify your geometry, which is very simple after creating a solid body using the solid tab. So I hope you understand how we can create model using the 2D wireframe and how the level helps you to create geometry and create complex geometry using the solid features and model prep tools. So you can assign different levels to different tasks you perform. Either these are wireframe task or solid task or solid operations. Okay, so all these operations will help you to create different geometries, whether they are 2D geometries or 3D 3D models, and you can either create difficult geometries or complex geometries using these tools, using the extrude, revolve, lofted or zip tool, or Boolean or express or hole tools, or circular pattern or rectangular pattern tools. Okay, so that's it. For more videos, stay tuned and thank you very much.